Let's take a look at this dating profile of the day. This lovely lady, her name is Carmen. And I got to tell you, the reason I picked this profile is because nothing is wrong with this profile except for one thing from which you need to run. But at first, let's look at the pictures. I always, this is something that men look at first. Then I always recommend that, hey, go ahead and swipe right if you don't see any problems with the pictures. And then if the girl matches, then start exploring and see if there are any like red flags in the profile. So her pictures. I hate memes, by the way. I hate memes. Like, why do you need to entertain me in your dating profile? But that's not a deal breaker, right? Now, listen, she is not exactly a beauty queen in my book, but I think she is good enough for some of the men who maybe have a different taste. She's not that fat. So I think there are plenty of men who will find her at least pretty. Now, this picture, I don't like that much because essentially she's suggesting she likes the finer things in life, but she could be one of those women who provide for herself, which kind of also a problem, but yellow flag. Here's another picture. And again, beach, fire, these things cost money, right? And you're always asking, like, okay, if she likes this type of stuff, who's paying for it? Am I the next sucker, paying for wine and expensive cheese plates and other things? Or she's got a career to pay for it, and then I will never be the number one. The career will always beat me out, right? So again, yellow flag would be great to find out. Okay, so like I said, listen, none of this is a red flag. I mean, like I said, if you find her attractive, you may swipe right on her. Now, let's look at the profile itself. She's 31 years old. She's in the Sacramento area. She wants to be monogamous. Most women are. Now, she is 5'8", which is up there, and it's also, she says, curvy. Now, from her pictures, I think there's one picture where you can see curvy. I guess. I mean, I don't think I can say she's fat, right? So, okay, fair enough. Curvy, politically moderate, which is great. I guess she can date, liberals and conservatives, I'm assuming. Doesn't have pets, which is good news. Doesn't have kids, which is good news, but might want them. So it's up to you, really, probably. Yeah, the fact that she's 5'8", she's a little tall, but again, if she is willing to date somebody shorter than her, then that's fine. If not, I guess it's fine again, but then you're going to have to be a little bit taller than that. All right, now let me go all the way to this part. Because there's nothing wrong with any of what she said. Now, she does say that she's always on a hunt for a new restaurant, especially somewhere with a patio or live music. That's kind of, we got it from her pictures. Fireside cocktails are a big plus in my book. So again, I'm always wondering who's paying for it. But you can do these things on the cheap as well, right? And if you do it, let's say once a week, and you go splurge a little bit, that's okay. I mean, I feel like in America most people can afford it, especially if so again, I don't see any red flags there, but I scroll past one, and now I'm going to tell you guys what this is. She says, hello, looking for new friends first, and then more if we hit it off. When a woman is telling you that she wants to be friends first, you need to run, because this is what it means. It means that she wants to get all of the benefits from dating from a man, paying for her dinners, paying for all kinds of stuff, giving her emotional support, listening to her bitch and complain about what happened to work with Tammy and all of that stuff. But she doesn't want to be a girlfriend material and give you what you want. So essentially you're entering a sexless marriage with someone like her. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some women who are stupid enough to actually think that it's a good idea to look for male friends on a dating app. That is just, retarded. In But let's assume she is not. This is something to run from. And again, a woman who is playing games, because this is the only way to interpret it, right? Because if you meet a girl and she thinks that you're sexy and she is sexually attracted to you, but she says, no, I'm going to play games, I'm going to have a rule that you cannot have this, and I'm not going to let you have this even though I actually want it. Now, if she's not attracted to you sexually, then there's no conversation at all, right? Everybody needs to move on. However, if she is attracted to you and she's playing games, she's essentially holding sex hostage, that is a deal breaker. A woman who's not willing to say, yes, I'm attracted to this guy, we had a good 1 or 2 dates, and we will enter the next adult stage. I mean, she's what, 30 something, right? She's not a teenager. So she is an adult who should be, sexually active and want to have sex. Now, my personal rule, and you guys, I invite you to steal this from me. You know how some guys say, well, if after the third date the girl doesn't go to bed with me, I'm done. That's what I used before, but now I think I got a better idea. 10 hours. If a girl doesn't want to sleep with me after 10 together in-person hours, she's either not attracted enough to me to have sex with me, and then I should move on, or she is playing some sort of a game and holding sex hostage and is not willing to be a sexual person and essentially introduce herself and explore me as a person sexually. Absolutely unacceptable. And this is why I never spent much money on a girl before getting her into my bedroom, because if it doesn't work out, which a lot of times it doesn't, a lot of times girls are, I'm not that kind of girl, and you're going to say, well, I'm not that kind of guy who's going to keep paying for your shit, and taking cold showers every night. This is why I always recommend $10 dates until that happens, and then if you're interested to move on with the relationship, then sure, you can do dinners and other things, and you can spend money. So this profile just has one red flag, and every single man should run from it. Don't. Now, I know a lot of guys go like, well, maybe I'll say yes, but then she'll change her mind because it's me and I'm so wonderful. Don't kid yourself, gentlemen. Don't kid yourself, and even if that happens, why? There's plenty of profiles to swipe right on. Why are you trying to swipe right on profiles that essentially already telling you are going to be difficult women to deal with, especially in a department that's so important to all of us? If you want to ditch modern women and move abroad for more traditional relationships, go to themillionmanproject.com, take my most comprehensive course, and change your life.